Nah. Alright.
No,
We
it's
are
fine.
live. I'm out of coffee. This is like not a great day.
Could have been a much better day for me, but that's okay. I get the newer toy later.
You can have your new toys tomorrow, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
I can have my hopefully. What the hell? No, go to the YouTube sometimes is real funny.
Oh my god. That's just how I'm feeling today. I started on the stream starting soon picture, right? Because I hadn't finished it. And I was like, okay, I just need to get the base colors down. But I hadn't even, like, finished the inking. And I barely started on the background, you know, because you were at doodle time. And, I just... Obviously, it's incomplete. But at least the colors are down. That's all I cared about, but... I finished it at 2:40.
Oh.
And I was like, well, here we go. Time to turn on panic mode because that's where I am right now. Everybody's coming with me because I have to get something to drink. Oh, look. Wait. There it is. Oh, is that a Red Bull?
Chemicals.
Ooh, I love me some chemicals that keep me awake. Anyway. Let me get my business taken care of. Okay. Alright. We're good. We are kind of sort of good.
Kind of, sort of? Not completely, but kind of.
I have to organize my clip files that are up right now because there's like 3, 4, 5 tabs open.
Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 tabs open right now.
I didn't know it was a race, Jesse.
I didn't know either. I just...
I don't even know I know who I'm gonna draw. I don't know the pose. I have like an idea of a pose that I want to do, but I have to look it up.
That's okay.
And my brain is already not wanting to function because it
Function
because it hates me. My brain is like, blah, 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 what do you want? JK, we're not gonna do it for you.
Do you want a cookie?
Definitely cannot be the only one that relates. But damn. I just. Anyway.
Yep.
I hope everyone's having a great day.
It is stupid windy out here right now. And I've got the window shades kind of cracked.
Yeah.
Just in case. Because that big old apple tree right outside my window.
Yeah. The one that always drops apples to your roof, and I think your roof's about to cave in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. I can see the branch right outside my window, so if I see it's away a whole lot, I'll know. It's getting ready to storm.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
We're supposed to get a lot of rain.
I found the perfect pose for today's stream.
Oh, good.
I've already used that pose before, so now I gotta find.
How long ago, though? And did you use it for the same character?
No, but it feels weird for me to use the same exact pose for a different art piece. Like, my brain doesn't like it.
Okay, well.
Just me going through my favorite pose artist right now, looking for the perfect pose. If you know, you know. As an artist, usually takes us hours to find the perfect pose we want to reference.
You don't got hours.
I know I don't got hours. Listen, I'm doing my best. Ah. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do the thing that I usually do as a last resort when I'm really in a pinch for a pose. We're gonna go to Google and look for one. That way I can get specific. Okay, let's see. Just lower that down so I can see what the hell I'm doing.
What the hell, Justin?
Eh.
Nothing.
Is he DMing you with traumatic shit again?
He's DMing me actual bananas.
Why? Hello, Jacob. Thank you for coming.
Hello.
I cannot find a good pose. This is my day. This is just my day.
You'll find one. It's 5 after, and I do actually have some breaking news. So,
I have
do you want to go to the?
look for a pose? Is what you're
You do have more time to look for a pose.
Oh my god!
I know.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the panel protagonist. I'm Melly.
I'm the Jess.
And today we're going to go through part 2 of fleshing out your original characters, where we get into the nitty-gritty of your character's past. This is going to be exciting for me because there's a lot to say. So,
yep, we're hitting the important parts today.
I will hand it over to Jessie for Jessie's breaking news while I still look for a power pose.
Okay. So, the first couple of things are just some upcoming events that I wanted to make you guys aware of in case you didn't already know that these were happening. Pokemon Day is next week on the 27th, I think. Yes.
On the Thursday?
Yeah. Okay. And so, as per tradition, Nintendo has prepared a Pokemon Day Pokemon Presents, and it will stream on their YouTube channel at an ungodly, unfair 6 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. A much more manageable 9 in the morning if you're on the East Coast. And I'm not even going to try and speculate what's going to be in this one because I was really wrong in the last one. So
I also feel like they're going downhill a lot recently with all the drama that happened between Scarlet and Violet, and then now with Palworld and stuff. So,
yeah, I don't know if this is going to be a lot of like the mobile TCG Pocket game. I have a feeling that's probably going to be it. I'm hoping that we'll get some of the new Legends Zeta A, but I'm not going to hold my breath. There's probably going to be some Pokemon Go stuff in there. But then beyond that, who knows?
Oh, you mean the fact that they're selling Pokemon? That Niantic is selling Pokemon Go?
Well, maybe that won't be in there, so who the hell knows? I'm not going to try and guess. Next, I wanted to just make you all aware that the IGN Fan Fest is going to happen next week. It's 3 or 4 days of kind of a precursor to the more focused events that happen in June and July. There will be some trailers that happen as a part of FanFest. Sometimes there are new game releases that get announced in FanFest, but I wouldn't really anticipate anything new getting announced here. And I only say that because the slate of games that we know are coming in at least 2025 is shockingly short. So if something gets announced here at FanFest that's brand new, I would be quite surprised. There are a lot of indie studios that are going to be presented here at FanFest, so I could be very wrong. I will happily accept a brand new, unannounced game from an indie studio. You know I love me some indie studios. But again, don't hold your breath. The slate of games for 2025 looks a little depressing when you look at it. But anyway, that's FanFest. It's going to be all on YouTube's also. I think it's Monday through Thursday of next week. And then we have a couple of announcements for some movie and TV show stuff that I just learned about this morning. The first of which is, Mel, do you remember
Star Wars Outlaws? What?
That's okay. I was giving you time to respond to the comment. Do you remember the two gentlemen behind the original Avatar series? Yeah. And they were going to make that animated movie after they stepped away from the live action movie?
Yeah.
Okay. They're still making that movie, but now they're also making another new cartoon.
Well, that was like already rumored, was that they were doing that. And then
now it's not a rumor anymore. Now it's legit. Okay. Yeah, now it's set in stone. It's called Avatar 7 Havens. And it's going to be set after Korra. And so I'm just going to read you the little snippet from the Nickelodeon's press release. So it says, 7 Havens will be set in a world shattered by a devastating cataclysm. A young earthbender discovers she's the new Avatar after Korra, but in this dangerous era, the title marks her as humanity's destroyer, not its savior. Haunted by both human and spirit enemies, she and her long-lost twin must uncover their mysterious origins and save the 7 Havens before civilization's last strongholds collapse. So something messed up happens after Korra.
Which doesn't actually surprise me. Because she like opened up the spirit world anyway, so...
Yep. So it's going to be 26 episodes, 2 13-episode books. And on Nickelodeon, which probably means it will also be streaming on... is that Paramount Plus? I think so. I'll have to double check on which streaming service that is, but I think it's Paramount Plus. Absolutely no date attached to this, by the way. So I have no clue. Oh, wait, hang on.
Okay.
I scrolled. Nope, still no date. The movie is set for 2026. This show has no date. Boo.
Boo-hoo.
I know. Okay. And then the last piece of movie, TV news that I have is that the Bond franchise, who everybody thought was going to stay in the hands of the Fleming estate forever and ever and ever and ever, has been sold to Amazon.
No!
Yes.
Why?
I am very sad. I did not think this would happen because the two gentlemen that have been directors for the last several Bond movies, just like a last year or 2 years ago maybe, I think they're on record somewhere as saying that the bigwigs at Amazon, I believe they use the word idiot. They do not have good impressions of the people that they just sold. this franchise too.
I mean,
So I don't know what's going to happen now.
to be honest,
I mean, it's
I don't
probably,
even know, dude.
it's not going to be good, probably. They're probably going to try and make some really cheesy TV show spin-off thing that's not going to land.
Yeah, probably.
They have, you know, Amazon has gone on record as saying that they want to turn James Bond into a universe.
No!
Like Marvel. Yeah. This would not do well as a universe.
Yeah, it looks like you're the only one in the comments.
Yes, I think you're the only one in the comments section for now, which is fine.
I mean, we're pretty used to that, actually.
Yeah.
That's sad.
So, so yeah, it's a sad day for James Bond.
Sure is.
Getting sold to the Amazons. Okay, last little bit, and then hopefully you found a pose that you want to use.
I have a pose. It's
okay, great.
I can follow through with the pose.
All right. You think Idris Elba would have made an excellent Bond? I think the same thing.
Yeah.
They have not picked the next Bond. I hope it's Idris Elba. He's so suave. He would be the best Bond. I want that to... If it's not Idris Elba, I hope it's a complete unknown. Because I really don't want them... I've seen some other suggestions of people who they want, who other, you know, just random people, other fans of the Bond franchise want to pick for Bond. And one of them I had been in agreement with for a while, and I've since changed my mind.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. And I just don't, I can't get past how good I think Idris Elba would be as James Bond. It's Idris or someone I have no clue of who they are.
Honestly, though, he would make a fantastic fucking Bond, though.
Yes, he would.
He would make a wonderful Bond.
Yeah. The person who I think a lot of people are clamoring for is, of course, Henry Cavill.
I mean, yeah.
But
he's like...
I don't think he shouldn't be... That's the person I switched. I don't think he should be James Bond. I think he's...
like a better rugged man than a... I don't know. I feel like he plays better as a rugged man, like a Geralt, than he does like a sophisticated agent.
Yeah, he's too... He's too...
Maybe a good Bond villain, but I don't know. It seems...
He's definitely too buff to be James Bond.
Well, I mean, he could always, you know, lose the muscle mass.
He could, but would he? I don't know if he would. There was another one that I had seen that a lot of people wanted. I can't remember who it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember it. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, on to my last bit of news. This happened at the end of January, so sorry I'm just now coming into it now. But you may or may not remember this when we talked about the state of kind of American comics like almost 2 years ago now.
I mean, probably not. But...
Yeah, okay. So Diamond Distributors, which used to be the largest comic distributor in the US, has gone bankrupt. And they are in a state of restructuring. They're trying to well, they've received a bid, I think, from Universal, which is another much smaller distribution company. But they don't have a whole lot of skin in the game anymore. Like, Marvel dumped them a while ago.
Is there a reason why Marvel dumped them?
Oh, yeah. Because they just... their prices went up to be a what's the word I want to say? Not client, but to use Diamond as your distributor. Your client side prices went up. And then also what I was hearing from some people is that it just became harder to use Diamond as a distributor. I forget the exact reason. I did actually ask Matt this because he used to use Diamond, and then he stopped, and he broke it down for me one day. But I forget exactly how he explained it. But it boils down to they made the process difficult. And it didn't need to be as difficult.
That doesn't surprise me.
But Diamond has lost like a lot of their big important customers. So Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, Image, they've all left. So I don't even know who's using Diamond at this point, which is probably why they've gone bankrupt.
Doesn't surprise me.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I don't know that it will do anything, honestly, to the state of comics distribution here on the US side or not. Yeah, comics are becoming an obsolete form of media in the US. But
I think
that's only because
in Korea.
Yeah, they've been taken over by manga and manhwa and whatever the Chinese one is called. I can't remember.
My cat is driving me insane. You cannot cuddle me.
I'm sorry, I can't help you with that.
Honey, you cannot cuddle me. I know, I love you too, but you know. No, this is my
cat problems. Please hold. Are you okay?
She is very mad at me right now.
Oh. All right. Well, that was it for the breaking news segment. Shall we get into...
Oh my god, finally! I mean, yeah.
Let's get into the meaty bits of this writing exercise.
Mimi, I'm going... Mimi. Where the hell are you?
All right. While Mel distracts her child, if you were not here 3 weeks ago when we did the first half of this writing exercise, I compiled for us this series of 100 some odd questions about how you could better build out your original characters. So there are a lot of writers or people who are playing at writing
people
who
like,
are
write fan fictions and shit.
Yeah.
Or write for an actual, like paycheck. Those
Yeah.
kinds of people.
Who are in our group who are in our either our immediate friend group or our associates, or we know that are watching this channel. And I thought it would be fun because everyone has fun with their original characters.
Of course.
And we know, whether you tell anyone or not, that you have fun making them. And you probably do, to a certain extent, want to tell everyone about your original character.
Unless you're self-conscious like me, for the most part.
So I thought, why not just construct a way that's safe to kind of halfway tell everyone about your original character, but then also help you make them a more full, well-rounded character. Yeah. So we got through half of that last week. No, 3 weeks ago. Sorry.
I also want to make my OC into a con outfit.
Which one?
Althea.
Ah, okay. So 3 weeks ago, we covered some more basic stuff. We covered appearance, name, age, and birthday, family and home stuff, companions, strengths and weaknesses, and your preferences, your original character's preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Justin says he can barely hear you, Mel.
Well, let me just turn this mic up a little bit. What about... Wait, is that even... I'll just... This is fine. We can just turn me up right here. How about now?
Yeah, you'll have to tell us, because I know I'm usually kind of loud on stream.
Yeah,
so
you big louderson.
I'm sorry.
Could you do this?
I could try to.
Well, so increasing mic sensitivity only works from the mic. So let me. All right.
You might also start to.
Well, it's also because I'm not talking as loud as I normally do. So I'm trying not to turn myself up too much, because once we get into the questionnaire, I'm gonna be loud. Like, I enjoyed the first part, and now I'm gonna enjoy. Just stick the mouth to. Okay.
I don't think you want to increase the gain on your mic, because then we'll start hearing things we don't want to hear.
That's rude. Hang on.
Like.
Well, okay, so I actually have myself on OBS turned up all the way.
Okay.
Now, I didn't before, but I just did it now. So, hopefully that works. Gross, I'm getting... No. Bad. Bad, Justin. I will talk about that at the end of stream, unless you're not going to be here. Then I could just message you later, or I'm going to.
Cool.
But yes, I do have one coming up in March. A couple in March, actually. Back to back, unfortunately. In the same week. Okay. Anyway, Jesse.
It'll be fine. Okay, so today we're going to start with a heavy hitter. Oh, no. And this one might take a little bit of thinking, because you may know this right off the bat and you may not. We're going to start with morals. So the first question is, do you know your original character's alignment? So are they chaotic good? Are they neutral? Are they evil?
Okay, so I know Althea and Amara both are not evil. Like, no chaotic evil, no, like, neutral evil, nothing like that. I would think that Althea probably falls under the completely neutral portion of it. Like, just completely neutral. Amara would probably be around chaotic good. Or chaotic neutral.
Mm.
For sure.
So, let's just remind everyone who our characters are from, just in case anybody missed the last segment.
So, Althea is my Star Wars character. She is not Jedi, but she is Force sensitive and comes from an ancient race, because I wanted to create a race to spite the Jedi. And Amara is from my Tales of the Abyss fandom, and she is an ecologist, a very decorated ecologist, who is devising research that could change the course of history for the planet. And she's
so
because of it.
So we built this with two characters in mind: our most built character and then our least built character in mind.
I did not.
I did.
I just picked my two favorite.
You didn't know ahead of time.
That's true.
So my two characters, one of them is from the Lord of the Rings, and the other one is from Stardew Valley. And so my Lord of the Rings character is definitely more of a lawful good character, but she can at times veer quite severely into chaotic good.
Somehow
And
still
then
not surprised.
well, I mean, sometimes you gotta, when you're chasing a Smeagol through the
A Smeagol?
wilderness, a little chaos can be handy. And then the Stardew character is definitely more of a chaotic neutral, I would say, because the way she goes about what she's trying to accomplish in taking down Jojo Mart, there's definitely some questionable methods that are taken. Okay, question 2. Would your original character kill to defend themselves?
100%, both of them. 100%.
Yes.
So
Okay.
with
Also, both of
Althea,
mine.
before she left her home planet, it would have been a hard no. She would have figured out a way to, she would have been like Aang from Avatar The Last Airbender before she left her planet. But after she left her planet and everything else that consequently happened after that, 100% she would do it to defend people.
Yeah. Neither of my characters have an issue murdering people. Your OC is just you turned up to an 8. Which one? You're gonna have to be more specific. Would your OC kill to defend a friend or a loved one? Kind of a similar question.
100%. There is no contest when it comes to killing people to defend something that's right or a friend or a loved one. Like, there's no fine line for that. It will happen.
Yep. Justin, I think part of the reason this just seems like my original characters are me, but more me, that just happens when you make an original character. You put yourself into it.
Yep, you sure do.
And then and then if it just so happens that your original character can do more than you can, or might do things that in your head you're like, I wish I could do that, but either I can't because of physical constraints, or I won't because I would never dare, or what have you.
I just like
that's just what happens.
Jake, who's like, if I had one, 1,000%. I just like how we all are in agreement that we would kill for whatever was right, or for a loved one.
Okay, next question. Would your original character defend a complete stranger? And then sub-question, if the defense would cause injury to them, meaning your original character, if the defense would cause you injury, would they still do it?
Althea? No. Actually, both of them? No. Because they've both been jaded in the past from people. So, especially Althea, she has some massive trust issues. And Amara, well, I mean, the people who told her that they would defend her and come to her aid and all this pretty much backstabbed her and are hunting her down. So, no.
Hi, Erin. My Lord of the Rings character probably would. It would depend a little bit on who the person is, but probably yes, because she does most of the time trend on the more lawful side of things. The Stardew Valley character, on the other hand, 100% would not bat an eye unless she knew at least like a little bit, or she saw some kind of injustice happening to a person that she could tell at a glance that there was some sort of massive, you know, power difference, or with one exception, if Jojo Mart was involved, then she would.
Then fuck Jojo Mart. Like,
Yeah.
fuck Jojo Mart. No, my characters absolutely would not. It doesn't even, like, and especially for Amara, it could even be someone she, like, met before and she would still be like, no, fuck you.
Okay. Does your original character have any moral conflicts with family?
Well, considering Althea's family died when her planet blew up,
That
she
would
does
be a
not.
no.
Also, Amara doesn't have any parents
Okay.
so she doesn't even have any family left. So I'm gonna go with a no too.
Okay, so Sayuri, I'm sorry, Aoli, who is my Lord of the Rings character, does have a pretty big axe to grind with her father, who decided to take the side of I'm not going to say he took the side of King Theoden, but he didn't do anything when Wormtongue decided to come in and do what he was doing. And so when she got banished from Edoras with her brother and all those other people,
All those other people, wow, she's very
you know,
descriptive.
Eomer and the King's Son and all those other people, the entire Eothead, he stayed.
Oh.
And so when they come, when the Fellowship waltzes back into Rohan, they have a pretty big blowout fight, and they make it up in the end. But yeah, for the first half of the War of the Ring, she's like, I hate my father, I'm never talking to him again. Stardew Valley character, I haven't decided yet, because I've never I haven't really thought about her family, so the answer for now is no.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Does your original character have any moral conflicts with friends or other companions?
Um, I'm trying to think because that's kind of
Kind of a harder question.
it is a harder question because it's like yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Because generally speaking, Amara only has a moral conflict with Luke from Tales of the Abyss, which is the main character, by the way. Only because in the beginning he had a fear of killing people, and so he was always a liability during battle until he finally got over his fear. But also, I feel like Amara has a moral disagreement with pretty much everybody on Aldrin who keeps calling monsters monsters when they're not monsters to her. They're animals that deserve to live on the planet the same way as everybody else does. Because a lot of her ecology work is based around how the environment interacts with all of the creatures. So not just humans, but also the creatures that make their home there, that people call monsters. And so she also has the blessing of full communication with these monsters too, and people just don't get it, so she has a lot of moral disagreements with most people. It involves the creatures of the planet, the animals of the planet. So but Althea, that one's tougher just because a lot of her uh, moral justices are pretty much the same with the people she hangs out with.
Which makes sense.
Um, so I'm gonna say that Amara does, but it depends on who she's with, and Althea does not.
So, for the most part, Aeoli does not, except for she has beef with Legolas's papa for obvious reasons, because Thranduil's not a nice person. and
Papa?
and there's that one brief moment when they're all in Helm's Deep, and Legolas is, kind of in his bag about I'm an elf and why are we helping these people, and she gets quite defensive because those are her people. So that's like a very brief moral dilemma for her, where she's got to decide: does she just have an adult conversation about why he's wrong?
Probably not.
or does she just let it be?
Just let it go. Just let it go.
The elf is wrong. And again, for my Stardew Valley character, she probably doesn't, with the exception of the I can't remember the Jojo Mart character guy's name.
The one that looks like Marky Moo?
The guy that always walks around with the big purple hat on. Doesn't he wear a hat? It's been too long since I've played Stardew Valley.
I can't even tell you, to be honest with you, because I don't remember.
The Jojo Mart representative that's in town, that guy. The one that barges into the store and is like, 50% off coupons!
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
I think he does wear a hat. That's the one that I told you looks like Marky Moo.
I don't think he looks like Marky Moo.
Of course you don't, because you're in.
Okay.
Of course not.
Anyway. Has your original character made any moral decisions that got them into trouble?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this only because she lives with this kind of torment. My character believes she did. Because she thinks she's the reason why her planet got destroyed.
Ah.
So, she thinks she did, but she didn't. And the reason why she thinks she did is because she was the one giving scrolls out to the Jedi to be on good terms with them, knowing there was a lot of tension between the Jedi and her people. Because she's like, oh, we can fix this. Like, we can be allies. Like, there's no need for this, There's no need for this. We can be friends. Why can't we be friends? And, yeah, so she thinks she does, but she really doesn't.
Okay.
Now repeat the question one more time so I can figure it out.
Has your original character made any moral decisions that got them into trouble? And I can do my Stardew Valley character one while you're thinking.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that. So yeah, let me hear what you got.
So, my Stardew Valley character is nothing but one moral decision at the very beginning of her adult life that got her into trouble after trouble after trouble.
Of course.
She made this one decision to basically join a group that's like anonymous.
Oh, shut up. Yeah. It's all coming back to me from part one.
Yeah, because she morally disagrees with everything that Jojo Mart stands for, and it's led her down this path that has gotten her into a ton of shit, including an attempt on her life, and she had to flee the city that she lived in, and now she's stuck on Grandpa's farm, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So yeah, that one for her is easy.
The politician. Dear Lord.
Oh, well, hang on to that one for a second, Justin.
Oh boy.
Aioli, also yes. But the consequence of that decision was that she was banished from Rohan. But that led to more benefit than it did consequence. So that is kind of a wash. It was trouble initially, but then it was good. So, meh. Next question. If your OC is ruled by a monarch or a president, and you disagreed with the decision that led to war, would you still fight in that war?
Okay. So first off, I'll say I had a massive disagreement with the government, but so did my other Star Wars OC that's part of the same race. Because after a big old giant civil war happened on the planet, involving technology and ships and droids and stuff, after it nearly destroyed their planet, the Skanda people, which is the name of the race, decided that, yeah, we're not going to teach our younger generations and generations from henceforth about technology or droids or how to pilot ships. So there used to be ruins on the planet of, like, destroyed ships and droids. And some of the disagreements that my characters have with the government of Nar was that their hypocrisy still extended out to the galaxy and allowed for trade to happen within their ports. And they think that's what led to their downfall. It's because they kept their trade ports open instead of, like, you know. But if it went back to war, my characters absolutely would not join
in. So, sorry, go ahead.
And then Amara is just like, she doesn't really disagree with anything that her monarch has done, so... But if he went to war, she would fight in the war with him.
So... I'm going to start with my Stardew Valley character first because she's way easier. She would absolutely not. She disagrees with that war that's happened prior to the start of Stardew Valley, and she never would have fought in that war.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that the universe of Stardew Valley is ruled by a president, but...
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of...
Yeah, it's just up to your imagination. For Aioli, though, I actually think she would, only because she is more ruled by her attachment to her people than she is to whatever monarch happens to be there at the time. So she doesn't view it as, oh, Theoden is my king and I have to, do whatever he tells me. She would be thinking, Rohan is in this war, and whether I agree with the reasons or not, I have to be there to, protect so-and-so. Or,
yeah.
Because,
there's, like, this, like, fealty, I guess, that she might have, right? Does she have that, like, sense of fealty to...
No, because fealty would be to a monarch, or to an emperor, or to a ruling house or something.
Okay.
It would be more, I guess maybe loyalty to the country of Rohan, and to the citizens of Rohan. than to the people ruling it.
Okay.
Even though she loves Eowyn dearly. Hang on!
Oh my. Happening. We're experiencing some technical issues on Jesse's end right now.
Pause.
What the hell happened?
I knocked my mic off.
Good job. How dare you knock me off? Why?
I'm so sorry, everyone. Hang on. That was fun.
Oh, fun for who? You?
No one? For no one?
That was a fancy trip we took.
Was it?
No.
I really hope it wasn't. I'm sure that was a lovely sound to hear for all of you. I hope your sound wasn't turned up very high.
Yeah, there was
one day I'll get a boom arm and that won't be a problem.
So you say.
Okay, next question. Would your OC align themselves with an enemy to defeat an even greater enemy? The answer for me is both yes.
Well, there's not really much in the way of enemies. Other than, like, the one for Amara. So for Amara, no. Probably not. She wouldn't see a reason to. She wouldn't see the reason to. Because she would think it was a trap. Because, again, she doesn't really trust anybody. Althea. Well, so for Althea, she's old as hell, so her hatred of the Jedi is still prominent, very prominent for her. But she joins up with the Jedi regardless to defeat, like, whoever the dark side is. But she's also part of a war that she probably shouldn't have been in due to her ideals anyway, so it's more of like, I will join you and help you defeat the Separatists in your ridiculous, like, stupid ass war because you're Jedi. You shouldn't even be fighting in this war because you have a young Skanda with you. And I have an obligation as my people to teach her the culture. So she doesn't really do it for their benefit so much as her benefit for her dying people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. But the Mara, no. Absolutely not.
Is your original character hiding a deep, dark secret from one or more loved ones?
Oh my god, Althea, all of Althea, her entire being is nothing but secrets. Like, literally, so, Whitney's original character, which is set in the same universe, has to use psychometry on Althea's bow to even know her past, because that's how much Althea doesn't say shit. She doesn't even tell them until she's drunk how old she is. So, no. She's got her entire being is one big giant secret. Amara does at first, until they start figuring it out because of a situation that happened and she had no choice but to reveal her secret. But yeah, she does have the secret in the beginning and then it, like, comes out later.
Okay. My Stardew Valley character is hiding the fact that she was a part of this anonymous-esque organization from everyone in Stardew Valley for quite some time. Including Sebastian, who, by all rights, should be the only person in Stardew Valley who might have figured it out. But she hides it from him, too, for years, until he has to know when some Men in Black-like people...
Men in Black?
Yep.
Anyway, sorry.
Yep. Aeoli is, but only from the hobbits, because she doesn't want the hobbits to know this particular thing because she thinks it will freak them out. But everybody else knows. Aragorn was there. Legolas knows. Gimli knows after the fact. Gandalf was there. So they all know. Dad was there.
Dad was there. Dad didn't even help me. How dare he?
Dad didn't, well, he couldn't help, but he was there. He knows. So, yes, kind of. I mean, they're loved ones in the end. Okay, next category, past history.
Oh man.
So with these questions, some of them you can be pretty vague, like this first one, because you could literally tell me the entire story if you wanted to, but please don't, because it's already 4 o'clock.
Damn! I'm just kidding.
Do you know any events from your original character's childhood?
Well, Althea was... Her father was a scholar. She wanted to follow her father's footsteps, but when she took the Force Aptitude Test, the equivalency of what the Force Aptitude Test would be, they projected her as a sage, and she didn't want to disappoint her parents, so she went the path of the sage, even though she could have been like, nah, dude, I don't want to be a sage. Like, fuck that. But she did it to not upset her parents. And Amara, I don't have anything for Amara's childhood.
Yep.
Not for her childhood, anyway.
I have not crafted anything for my Stardew Valley character's childhood either. Other than Dad is the son of the grandpa from the game. And I find like a box with some of his old stuff in it in the house, and that's it. Sayuri, I keep saying her name. Aeoli is a very different though. I have a lot of stuff from her childhood. I won't say any of it here because again, time constraints. But yeah, I have a lot of her.
Back here.
Yeah, I have a lot of her childhood. Is your original character still friends with any childhood friends?
Amara, yes, but with everything going down, it takes some time for them to gain trust with her again. And Althea, no. All her childhood friends died.
Oh, that's so sad. Aeoli, yes. Stardew Valley character, no. She moved away from them all and doesn't talk to them anymore. Does your original character have any traumatic event or events from their childhood?
From their childhood? I mean, Althea was bullied a lot because she was like Obi-Wan back in his Padawan days and didn't want to listen to authority, so she was always bullied. But Amara, like I said, I don't really have Amara's childhood mapped out to know.
See above.
That's funny.
So again, Aeoli, yes, she's got 4. I guess 5, 6. Oh, okay, I'm gonna keep counting and I'll just come up with more. She's got many. But again, Stardew Valley character, no. She's got none. Is your OC's antagonist a person from their past?
So one of Althea's antagonists is, yes, someone from the past, but not someone she knew very well, because it was a ruling body of one of the ruling bodies from the planet that was destroyed, that she didn't know people survived, or many people survived. So yes, for Althea, even though she didn't really. And yes for Amara, because she thought she was dead, and she wasn't.
So, Stardew Valley character is easier to answer.
Is it not?
It is no, because again, I haven't really crafted any childhood stuff from her, and her antagonist is some faceless um, organization behind the wall that Jojo Mart puts up. Aoli, though, has a couple of antagonists, and all of those are from her childhood, except one. So yes. Same vein. Is your OC afraid of anything from their past?
Althea is pretty much afraid of everything from her past.
Okay.
And Amara is afraid that the research she had started in the past is going to destroy her planet. And so she has to keep that under wraps.
Aoli, yes. She's got some pretty deep-seated fears attached to the antagonists from her past.
Mm-hmm.
Stardew Valley character, she just has some attachment issues. So I wouldn't say that she's well, I guess you could call that a fear. So yes, kinda.
See above.
Does your original character know their past, or did you erase it with amnesia?
No, both my characters know their past. They're trying not to think about their past. They wish, especially Althea wishes she could forget her past. She can't.
Yes, both my characters know their past as well. I just think the amnesia thing is lazy, but you know, I don't. I don't write.
For me, it depends, because if you already have the past already fleshed out, but the amnesia aspect ties into the plot of your character's, into your character's plot, then that's not really lazy writing to me, because you've already.
I think it's
out.
Okay. So maybe lazy isn't the right descriptor. I think it's just used a lot.
Oh yeah,
I think it's overused. Yeah. Does anyone your OC thought was dead turn up alive and well?
Yeah, so the antagonist that Althea thought was dead turns up live and well, and then she finds out that, he was the one that actually set the destruction of her planet. Amara thought her research partner was dead until she found her rotting away in a prison cell and rescued her.
The answer to both of mine is no.
Does it count
Go
if
ahead.
your love interest thought your original character was dead and then they turned up okay? Because that's what happened with Amara.
So it was the reverse?
Yeah, so everyone thought Amara was dead because she, disappeared for, several years and then she came back. So, yeah.
Why not? Did your OC have a mostly normal childhood, or was it chaos from the get-go?
Both of mine had pretty normal childhoods. Amara's parents died when she was a teenager because of the war. So she ended up being with the royal family for a lot of her life. And I wouldn't say it was chaos. It was pretty normal there, too. And Althea had a perfectly great childhood. She was everything a kid should be until, she got her force aptitude test and she had to be a sage. And then everything turned to shit. But, the Skanda aged very slowly. And she was 100 years old by the time she took her force aptitude test. So, and then she was 200 when she got essentially promoted to, an actual sage.
So I'm gonna say that since I haven't crafted the childhood for Stardew Valley character yet, it probably was mostly normal, except for the fact that I have um, I have sort of semi-decided that at some point Mom leaves the story. I haven't decided if she dies or if there's a messy divorce, but one of those two things happens. And so at some point, there's chaos that leads to the adult chaos that happens in her life. And Aioli will be mostly the same thing, except there's no indecision about it. Aioli's mom definitely dies. And
like
so
she
like
dies.
the first like 14 years or so of her life are mostly normal as far as pre War of the Ring is concerned, and then all of a sudden this ranger from the north shows up, and
Wow.
and then a wizard shows up after him, and and then all this stuff starts happening.
Like, what a twist.
Yep. Don't anime protagonist mom the mom?
Okay.
I haven't done either of those things because most of the time it's the father that disappears in the anime, and to both of these characters it's my mom instead, and my dad is the one that sticks around. All right, next question. Are there events in your OC's past to explain how they know certain things?
I don't. What? Explain that for a minute.
So, does your original character have knowledge of some big event that would have transpired in the past that nobody else would remember or have knowledge of, but you know it because either you were there or you knew somebody that was there, or you were studying it or something, and it's either part of the plot of your story now, or your character's going to utilize that knowledge in some way as a part of your story, but nobody else knows it.
So Althea had come back in the aftermath of her planet being destroyed, because she was gonna seek help, even though technically it was forbidden. Because once you leave the planet, you can't come back because you're corrupted by the galaxy. So she was gonna come back and like pretty much beg to see her mentor, and that's when she found out that the planet was there. And then the Jedi wiped out the archives regarding her people, so nobody knew what happened to this Canada, and they were lost in history. But Althea was there. Althea was there.
So yes, the answer to the question is yes. Yep. For Althea. Yep.
Sure was. As for Amara, no.
Okay. So, again, for the Stardew Valley character, the answer is no.
There's a lot of
however,
nose with your character.
Huh?
I said there's a lot of nose with your character.
Well, I mean, like I said, she's my least developed character. So I don't have a lot of stuff made for her. And that's kind of, it was helpful thinking about that character when I was making this. I was like, oh shit, I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't have that. For Aioli, she has been to Dol Guldur.
Oh.
One time. When she was, and keep in mind she's quite long-lived, like the Dunedain. So when she was like 20, so very young. Mm-hmm. And back then, it had just been sort of retaken by the necromancer. So there weren't any wargs in it yet. There weren't any urukai in it yet, but the necromancer was there.
Oh.
This is where all of her mental shit comes from. And so she knows the path around Dol Guldur, and if she had known that somebody told Frodo and Sam to go up Cirith Ungol, she would have been there in a heartbeat, maybe, probably, because she's still terrified of it. But that's the thing she knows.
Oh. Fascinating.
Huh?
It's fascinating.
I know. When that point in the movie where they're all standing in Edoras and that green light shoots up from Dol Guldur, she wakes up from a dead sleep, and is like cold, sweat, and she just knows what's happening because that's the extent to which she's still connected to that place in her brain. She's got some real trauma from that place. Does your original character have a treasured memory or keepsake from their past?
Althea still has her bow, which is made from a material that's no longer available in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her treasured item from the past. Although later on she finds a relic from her people, and that becomes one of her treasured items of her past. Amara, no.
My Stardew Valley character finds Grandpa's old flannel shirt in the shed and wears it everywhere. And I just think that fits her so well. Aeoli, I actually haven't given her anything. And I think I should.
You think you should? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think I should give her something Elven from her mother. But I haven't. That's one thing she's missing. All right, next category, character development.
Oh, man.
Yep. Okay. If your original character is wrong, do they realize it? Or do they just stubbornly continue to refuse that they're not wrong?
Anytime Althea goes into a disagreement, especially when it conflicts with her morals or conflicts with her people's ideologies, absolutely 100% she's stubborn. She doesn't even fucking care. Amara doesn't really have had anything to... There was no scenario in which that occurred, but I'm sure she would also be pretty stubborn until she found out the truth, and she'd be like, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, both of my girls are also quite stubborn, and would probably resist being told that they were wrong for quite some time. Yeah. Until it was just smashed in their face that, no, you're wrong.
You're wrong. You gotta see the truth.
Does your original character learn new things?
Althea's taught technology and she can fly ships now. Because her love interest teaches her. Mara, she learns the power of friendship.
Friendship?
I don't really know how else to describe that.
I mean, that's a thing you can learn. If you've never had friends before,
She learns to trust people again.
that's something you can learn too.
But yeah, that's
Go ahead.
that's pretty much all
That they learn.
Yeah.
The Stardew Valley character has to learn a ton of shit. Because she's gone from city living with a whole bunch of technology to Stardew Valley with basically no technology at all.
Yep.
And she's now a farmer. And so she's got to learn how to farm.
It's like, I came here to get away from it.
And be connected to people face to face and stuff.
I'm sure she loves that bit.
Well, she hates it at first, but she does it. Because she has to. Because it's the only way she can get stuff.
Is your character friends with Linus?
Yes.
Yes.
Character's absolutely friends with Linus. She gets she actually gets quite a few things from Linus.
Aw, that's adorable.
That people just throw away. Or that he has the ability to retrieve. Aoli learns new things along the way. She's quite long-lived, like I said, so she does learn Elfish that she didn't know Legolas's dialect before she met Aragorn. She only knew Aaron, you may have to help me. She only knew Sindarin, and she had to learn one of the other ones.
I love how you're struggling right now. I mean,
I can't remember which one they speak. And I'm not gonna look it up because I don't have the time. She knows 2 Elven dialects now. And then he taught her how to shoot a bow because her dad doesn't know how to do that. There's not a ton of bow prowess in Rohan.
no.
So she learned it from Legolas. She's not...
Hick?
She has to learn some... I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
Are you suggesting that Legolas and Thranduil and all those people are speaking a hick version of Elfish?
Or she's talking about her character.
Oh.
My character learns new and exciting ways to make a person into a pup. Okay.
Understandable.
Right?
Okay. Does your original character make mistakes, and do they learn from them?
All the time. All
Yes.
the fucking time. All of the time. Amara sometimes doesn't learn her mistakes. She just continues doing it anyway. Althea will learn from her mistakes, but she goes through a period of shutdown. She had a scenario in which she almost killed somebody.
Oh my.
That was really close to her because of of the scenario they're in. And she shut down. She completely shut down. So, Althea and Amara will, but Althea will completely shut down. And Amara is more likely to continue doing it until she finally realizes it's a mistake. Unless she counts her research, then she just believes that her research is a mistake to begin with, so... Anyway.
So the Stardew Valley character makes a lot of mistakes at the beginning. Because she's not a farmer.
New, yeah.
Because she's not a farmer. Does she learn from it? Yes. Because in keeping with the canonicity of the game, she becomes a better farmer. But also she learns very quickly from her adventures in the mines. And she if it's not a physical task, she'll learn a lot less slowly. Like if she makes a social faux pas, or she makes some other mistake that involves some sort of person-to-person interaction, she learns a lot less slowly on those because she's just not very socially adept. But if it's a physical activity, she can learn from that pretty quick. Aoi, kind of the same thing. She's more socially, what's the word I'm searching for?
I couldn't tell
I'm
you.
going to use adept again. She's just not as awkward as my Stardew Valley character, so she's going to learn more from those things than the other character. But yeah, she absolutely makes mistakes, and she does learn from them. Does your original character carry a valuable lesson with them from a loved one or a mentor?
Amara does in the sense of her research, and it's more of a regret that she didn't listen to them sooner, but she takes the advice she was given as her basis for what she's doing right now. But as in a physical object, no.
It doesn't have to be it's a valuable lesson, so it doesn't have to be a physical object. Yep. Aoi, yes. Many. Stardew Valley character, no, because I haven't made one yet. She doesn't have a mentor. Does your original character make peace with anyone they had a prior disagreement with?
I mean, Altair eventually makes peace with the Jedi. I mean, they might be, the majority of them might be dead, but But she does make peace with them before Order 66.
That's good.
And then Order 66 happens, and she's like, well, shit, okay. Hiding again from people who want to kill me. Will...
Aoi, yes, I've already said it. It's with her own father. And Legolas. And Gandalf once. And Aragorn once. Stardew Valley character, I've sort of made one with Sebastian, and I have the makings of one with her father, but I haven't really finished that one yet, so maybe that one. But I haven't decided if they make peace. So, I don't know yet. I can't decide if it's more in line with her character to just hold that grudge forever until he's not around anymore. Does your original character impart lessons onto others?
All the time. Althea does it all the time.
Yep.
Amara, not
Aoi does a lot too. Just say Amara, not so much.
Yeah.
Melly?
Yeah, I said yeah.
Okay. Oh, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, you can open your ears, you old lady. Are you as old as Aoi?
No. I don't want to be as old as Aoi. Sure? She lives a long time. Yeah. Stardew Valley character doesn't have the patience really to teach anyone, so no.
Wow.
Okay. Is your original character proud when someone uses a lesson or something that they taught them?
Yes. Althea 100%. 100% will be super proud of anybody who takes her lessons to heart.
Yes, I think that Aoli would be quite proud. My Stardew Valley character, if she did ever have the patience to teach anyone anything, she would probably get a huge ego boost out of it. But she never teaches anyone anything, so it don't matter.
Womp womp.
I know. If a character flaw caused one of your OC's loved ones serious injury or death, how would your character react?
Althea has already been through something like that, so she just shuts down. She just completely shuts down. And Amara, I don't know. I don't know how she would react. She'd probably be like, damn, I can never show my face again.
So, again, I think Stardew Valley character, I haven't done enough with her to really gauge how she would react to that one. I don't know. Aoli, it would kind of depend on who it is. Because I think I have made a kind of a ranking of importance for her, and so if it was anyone from the core 4 friends that she kept through her childhood, or if it was Gandalf, Aragorn, Legolas. Gandalf. I know I said it kind of funny. There would be a serious depressive state. She had to be carried out of dragged. She had to be dragged out of Moria by Boromir. And then when Boromir I forgot Boromir. She's quite close to Boromir too. And then so if it was outside of those, she would be sad and pretty depressed, but there wouldn't be like this physical reaction. She's got a physical reaction to those other people. And I think even though she is close to like the hobbits and Gimli, she's not as close to them. So the reaction would be stepped down for the rest of those people. And despite my love for Daisy, Faramir is also one of those. I love him so, but Aeoli doesn't know him as well. Where am I? If your OC accomplished a goal, do they find another one to strive for?
Well, considering the goals that Althea had were pretty much trashed at every freaking corner, she always strives for something new. So I think in an instance, if she didn't have any situation in which her goals were trashed, and she finished her goals, then absolutely, she would find a new goal. But she's also like very much done with her very long life, and she's just kind of hoping she dies. Amara, I actually don't know, because her one goal was to protect the planet from her own research by not being captured by the assassins and the people who keep trying to come after her.
My own sister's disowning me in chat.
Oh yeah? I gotta see this.
Yep. Because I said that even though I love Daisy dearly, that my Lord of the Rings character is not as attached to Faramir.
Could you do this to your sister?
I love him so much. I call him by his nickname. He is forever Daisy. He is never his own name.
Well, rip.
Sorry, David. So this is kind of why I put this question in here, actually, what you just said, because a lot of people make a character with like that one big grand goal, and then once you accomplish it, what do you do? And that might be just because, you know, you're making this one short story and you only have the one goal to begin with, but what if you're trying to craft a longer story, and so in order to kind of make the story progression flow well, you got to give these people smaller goals so that it feels like they're actually doing something.
Yeah.
So for Aoli, she's, I mean, just because of the place that they live in, she's always got a goal in mind. She's always got something to do, something to strive for. My Stardew Valley character, on the other hand, is kind of like yours. She's a one goal person right now. So she doesn't have anything. Yeah.
Nothing worth striving
Justin, yeah, my character is kind of like yours, Justin. She's trying to rid the world of darkness by taking down Jojo Mart by any means necessary. And that's it. But I think what she should probably actually do is I should give her like a list of here's what I need to do by, you know, year 1, year 2, year 3. Here's what I need to acquire these things in order to do this task, and I need to acquire this thing by such and such a date, or, you know, something like that, so it actually feels like there's progression happening. Okay, last question for this category. Does your original character know how to move on from a broken relationship?
Well, Mara believed her relationship was already broken to begin with, and no, she never moved on from that. Althea pretty much had most of her relationships broken, and she also really, I would say in the true sense of the word, she has not really moved on from them. It just took the form of, oh, well, we can't have any friends or like romantic interests or anything because they're just gonna die anyway. So also no.
So Aeoli is also a no. Partly because a lot of her friends and family live for such a fucking long time, so it's hard. But Stardew Valley character is a yes, because she intentionally breaks a lot of her relationships. Because she just don't feel safe.
Yeah.
Next category, adaptability.
Ooh.
Is your OC set in their ways?
Althea, yes. Amara, she is more likely to change.
So Aeoli is a no, just because of, again, the place where they live. They have to kind of go with the flow at all times. Stardew Valley character is a yes, until she is forced out of them. And then she finds a new routine until she's forced out of that.
Oh my god.
I did write, i.e., do they have a routine that they struggle to change?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Does your OC struggle to learn new things?
Althea is always open to learning new things, so it's hard. It's actually really easy for her to learn a lot of new things. Amara will have more difficulty with learning new things just because, like, she really thinks she knows what she needs to know.
So Stardew Valley character is no. Because even though she doesn't look for new things to learn, she's quite smart, so she doesn't really struggle. Sayuri is not as... gosh dang it, I keep saying her name. Aoli is not as smart as the Stardew Valley character. She's not dumb by any means, but she's just not as smart. So, she does struggle if it's anything outside of, like, a combat circumstance.
Okay.
So she had a really hard time learning the fancier version of Elfish. And yeah, she had a hard time learning some of the stuff Gandalf wanted to teach her.
Wow.
Can your original character's opinion be changed if that opinion is based on a core belief? And if yes, what would it take to do that?
Amara would have to see it with her own eyes. It's the only way she would change her opinions about stuff. Althea. So Althea is really in tune with the Force. So I feel like maybe at first she would be like, no. But she would know deep down that there is something that would need to be changed. I'm very unsure about that.
Yep. The answer for mine for both is no. They would not. They are rock solid in what their beliefs are. And I don't think for both of them that you would be able to sway any of their opinions if they were based on something that they had built their entire self around. I just don't see it happening for either one of them.
Yeah.
Has your original character experienced any physical challenges they have had to adapt to?
All of them.
All of them?
Mm-hmm. It would take me too long for me to go through that, so just...
Both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Stardew Valley character's been shot, so that was an adaptation that she had to adapt to for a little bit, but, she's strong. So,
she's a strong, independent woman.
Yep. So, didn't take that long. Aoli is a different kind of challenge. So, the answer is also yes for her, but it was spread out. And the adaptations were less on the physical side and more just kind of mentally getting over. It was like a willpower thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Has your original character I just answered that. Any mental challenges they've had to adapt to?
Oh, all of them.
Yep. Yes.
Just, yeah.
Yes to both.
Yes.
If your original character lost all of their strength tomorrow, how would they react?
Well, Althea's already had her strength sapped from her before, so she would just go with the flow. She would still adapt pretty well. Now, Amara, on the other hand, would not. She wouldn't know what to do with herself. She would think she was a failure and just spiral.
Yep. Stardew Valley character would do the same thing. She would not know what to do. She does not know how to ask for help either. So, good luck. She would, she'd be holed up in the farmhouse until somebody came to check on her.
She would be like, oh, I'm just dead. Don't worry about me, guys.
I'm fine.
Don't worry about
Dying, but I'm fine. Aoli would be a different character, though. She's always got people around. And even though she hates asking for help, she will do it. Because she knows herself. And she knows it. She just knows her limits. So she will ask for help if she needs it. If your original character was isolated from all of their friends and family, how would they react?
Not well.
So one of yours doesn't have any family anymore.
But she does have friends.
Yep.
And yeah, she still wouldn't react well. Neither of them would.
Yeah, Aoli would not react well either. Stardew Valley character initially would be fine. Until you get to until it wasn't. Until you get to year 4, 5, 6, sometime in the playthrough where if you're playing the game right, you probably should have a partner already, but my character would totally not. But she would have attachments, and she would probably feel pretty sad. She may even feel sad enough to want to attempt to break or fix whatever is isolating her from friends and family.
That's not where I thought that was going, but ignore me.
Okay. If your original character's partner gets a canon partner, so if the one that you choose canonically gets somebody else as their partner, do you, as the writer, adapt to that?
I do. I feel like I wish Whitney was here so she could vouch for me on this. I feel like I can actually figure out a canon character's personality pretty well to adapt. And I'm very proud of that, by the way. So I think I do a good job, but I do that for sure.
So I thought until a certain IP changed my opinion that my answer to this question was going to be no. Because I get pretty attached to these people. So for both of these characters that I've been talking about up until this point, the answer would probably still be no. Because it just fits so well with the two characters that I've made. But also, Legolas is never canonically going to get a partner.
To be fair,
and
my Amara's love interest would probably never have a partner either. But
yeah, and Sebastian's partner can be whoever the hell you want.
That's true.
But
it's easy with Stardew Valley.
It is easy with Stardew Valley, but with my Naruto character, the OC that I murdered.
Wow. Okay.
Her partner was Sasuke, and then when they brought back Boruto, and Kishimoto had ruined it, I fundamentally changed that character, and I think it's for the better. She's experienced growth, and I like it.
Okay, well,
so
that's always good.
Yeah, I know. Final question for this category. If canon significantly changed one or more of your OC's friends, again, do you as the writer adapt to that?
What do you mean by that? What, I don't understand the question.
So, for instance, if you are writing a Star Wars story and Althea's best friend is Anakin, and instead of let's just, in a hypothetical situation here, we're in a alternate reality. Instead of Anakin becoming Darth Vader, Anakin dies as a 14-year-old.
Okay.
Somebody else becomes the big bad of the Sith, but your character's still the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you change anything about your story? Does your characters? Yeah.
It highly depends. If a character dies, then yes. Oh no, that's not true. That is absolutely not true because. Anyway, so that's. I would change it depending on the character.
Okay. What if a character that you had gotten really attached to, and you made a pretty big part of your story? Let's say it's just pick your anime of choice. What if they suddenly are revealed to be the bad guy?
Well, considering you and I had a conversation about how I love Thrawn, I think I would adapt my character. But it also depends because some characters just work well as a villain than they do a hero. So, I don't know. Maybe I would change it.
Yeah, I think my answer is also maybe. Because I don't have anyone in mind that's happened to yet.
Same.
But well, Sasuke, I guess, because I feel like his character's been pretty significantly changed. But for these other two, not so much.
Oh, yeah.
And it would take a lot to change a canon character in a book that's already been written in a game that's over.
I don't know. It depends for me.
Yeah, I think it depends too.
Because if I don't especially if I don't like where the canon went, then I 100% would change it.
Yeah.
Because I think that with The Walking Dead.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. There's only with one character, and you can guess which character that is.
Yeah. I think if I enjoyed the whatever the twist was, whatever the change was,
yeah,
that I probably would figure out a way to adapt my character or that character's story. It might take a minute, but I think I would probably change that stuff. It would be fun, at least, to figure it out.
Yeah, it was definitely a challenge, but it's not like a daunting challenge, I guess. So it's
like I said, it would be fun.
Yeah.
I've just seen something in chat. I think Aaron's OC needs a hug, like yesterday. Aaron's OC is from Dragon Age, the last one, and that story is just dark all around. Aaron's original character from Dragon Age is attached to the bad guy from that game, and is not having a good time. So,
well,
yes, that character's story is not happy, and she played it a second time because she didn't like the ending. All right, last category. And this category is called Main Character Syndrome.
Oh man.
So
We're gonna have to
this
go into a
is
part 3 because I feel like
this is the last one.
it's the last question.
It's the last category.
But how many questions are there? Because it's already almost 5.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
we'll just do a
9, 10.
Oh my god, no. No.
Do you want to do a third stream?
I do. Or we could just
Okay.
cut it out here because I'm not going more than 2 hours, bro. My
Okay.
body hurts. And
All right, we can we can do a third stream for this. I might have to break out. I don't know if I can do a full hour for this one. I might have to break it out. But maybe not. Maybe I can get a full hour out of this one.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Well, we will end it here then, I guess, for part 2 of the how to flesh out your character. Let's see. I'm going to bring up the schedule now. What the heck is our next?
Oh, so there is no stream next weekend, guys, because I have a family thing to attend.
Oh, okay.
So there is no stream next week.
Okay, well, I will have to amend the schedule then because I have a stream scheduled for next weekend.
Yeah, I was hoping to talk to you about that before stream, but then chaos happened before stream, so I didn't get the chance.
Okay. So then our next scheduled stream is Saturday, March 8th, when we have on tap No Man's Sky.
Oh.
I will try my best not to tear this game apart, but I promise nothing.
Oh god, let me just... That's how I feel right now, everybody.
So yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone, and thanks for being so lively in chat. We really appreciate all of the interaction. Makes everything much more enjoyable.
2 hours. That's what I said.
Bro, I only had one category left.
Yeah, and then you listed off the questions and got to 10, and I was like, there ain't no way. We're gonna do 10 questions.
Okay, we'll do it later. We'll save it for a part 3. We can talk about what main character syndrome is.
Get the dark thoughts out. Okay, oh my gosh. My eyeballs. My everything hurts. My feelings are hurt. Okay?
Okay, well...
Dare you hurt my feelings with your dark path.
You knew what we were talking about. You just didn't know what the questions were.
Hey. Okay.
All right. Well, that's it for today. Take it away, Melly.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on our part 2 of fleshing out your original characters. I'm glad that you could be a part of this journey. We will not be streaming next week on March 1st because I got a family thing to attend and I cannot back out of it. So, no stream next week. March 8th, we will have a stream on No Man's Sky, where Jesse will probably most likely tear it apart. After that, the week after that, so March 15th, I think that's the next week, right?
I think that's right.
So March 15th, I will be at Annie Me 13.0 in Fresno, California, and at the Fresno Fairgrounds. That will be my next big event. I'm hoping, I haven't heard anything back, but I will probably email them later. I'm hoping 2 days before Anime, I will be at Fresno City College for their spring vendor fair. So, those are some very exciting events coming up. They are back to back. I'm going to be exhausted. But it's going to be fun, because it always is fun. So
you'll be fine.
More information will come on March 8th about all of that. I'm hoping to have my information about Anime up at some point after the 8th. So stay tuned for all the details when we come back from stream. And if you haven't already, join us in Confab Corner. We have interactive chats and bot games, and we do live doodle times where you could come hang out with me and actually speak and not type on a computer to talk to me. You could doodle with me. And then we have watch parties and game nights. I'm super excited.
There will be a watch party tonight, assuming
Tonight?
I don't have. Sorry, not tonight.
Oh man, I was like,
This
damn.
week. This week, assuming that I don't have to be.
Trivia night.
No, not at trivia night. We don't have trivia. Assuming I don't have to go fetch a vehicle on Wednesday night.
All right. Well, yeah. So definitely join Confab Corner for all of those, including monthly contests that we run. That I still have to put together prices for. Anyway, yeah. If Discord is not your calling, join me on Facebook and Instagram at Melslog. I do post where I will be in the wild, including all of the fun details. I also post art to Facebook and Instagram, though usually about a few days after I post it to Confab, because I'm usually on Confab all the time to push new shit. So look forward to all of that. There's going to be some new exciting things happening to me in the wild that I hope to share very soon with everybody. It's going to be a complete turnover, so I can't wait to show you guys that. It'll be a surprise until we get there. But yeah. All right, Jesse, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The panel protagonists out. Bye.
Goodbye.